Understanding stay. So to get a solid stay out of your dog, it's important to understand the meaning of stay at the human level. This includes understanding what the cue means and how to properly set your expectation. Watch this video to get a better understanding of what the stay cue, or whichever cue you choose, should mean to your dog. The first thing that you want to know about stay is I split the difference between stay and wait. So stay for me means stay put, don't move. Stay in your bubble, basically. Stay in your spot, your area. Whereas wait for me means just wait a minute. Okay, so if you struggle to remember it, or if you want to, you call it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. But I do like to have one cue that means I expect you to stay in your general area, your little bubble. Like you could pivot your body or change positions, and that's fine. But I would like you to stay put in your bubble until I release you, versus one that means I want you to just wait for something. Okay, so wait while I put down your food. Wait while I grab your leash before I let you come out of the car. Wait while I, get myself all situated before we go out the door and I have my hands full of stuff so that dogs aren't trampling over each other. Wait at the bottom or the top of the stairs so you don't trip the kids, stuff like that. When I first teach stay, one important thing that I want the dogs to learn right away is that I'm always going to come back to you before I release you. Okay, so one big problem that many dogs get into is that you tell them to stay, and then you might walk away a few steps, and then you release them to come to you. You might just say, okay, or you might say, come, whatever it is. And so that's great, it might work, but pretty soon what you'll find is either a dog who's inching their way forward towards you, or you have a dog who, as soon as you go out of sight, or as soon as you turn your back, as soon as you change positions in any way, they take that as their release, okay? And the going out of sight thing, that's a big roadblock for most people, most dogs. And the reason for that is because when you release them from a distance, they're watching your body language. They're not listening to what you're saying so much. So, and that's natural for dogs. They're going to watch body language before they listen to verbal cues. If they're watching our body language, if we walk away from them and then we release them, what do you typically do right before you release them? There are these little detailed, subtle things that we do. We might move our hand a certain way. We might just take a small breath in because we're about to say something to them. And those are the things they pick up on. And if we go out of sight, they can't watch our body language anymore, right? And then usually if we go out of sight and they do get up, either we just kind of let it go, or we somehow feed back into giving them some more attention by bringing them back to where they were and all that. So the feedback loop is just not very clean there. We want a nice, clean feedback system in place, a nice circle. So we really want to teach them, especially when they're at like the beginner to the intermediate level, you want to teach them that you're always going to go back to them.